morning.
My name is Bart Kirby. I'm the complex sector manager here, an issue that's affected our company here lately. Called tuberculosis. Today we're going to talk about an issue that's affected our company here lately. I'm going to give you a little bit more information on it. So you want to teach you all a little bit about what's going on here. So you got a little bit how it affects us. A little bit more information on it. I'll teach you all scary or anything like that here, but it is and how it affects us. An issue that we address. We take care of our employees. Not scary or anything like that. Take care of, but it is an issue that we address. We take care of our employees. Let you know who I am. Take care of. I'm the safety manager here. I've been in the food industry for over 10 years. Let you know who I am. I'm the safety manager here. I've been in the food industry for over 10 years. I didn't have a break in time. I wasn't working for safety labor at the federal OSHA. I served as chairman of the National Safety Conference for the poultry industry for 2 years. So I taught other safety people how to do their jobs. And that's pretty exciting for me. I was also a medic in the United States Special Forces. Jumped out of airplanes, fell out of helicopters, but I'm not that Special Forces medic. I'm the medic that drove the ambulance. My main topics is I'm going to teach you what tuberculosis actually is. I'm going to tell you how tuberculosis is spread. I'm going to talk to you how it's treated. And then I'm also going to talk to you about how it affects us in the food industry. Any questions so far? Great. First, because of the recent events here at our location, we're going to just actually describe what tuberculosis actually is. There's two types of tuberculosis. There's latent TB, and there's also TB, the disease itself. Latent TB is it's called Mycobacterium. Okay, that's a big word for tuberculosis. But it's a bacteria that attacks the lungs. I'm reading from here, so I want to make sure I get it correct for y'all, okay? But it also can spread to other parts of the body, such as the kidney, the spine, and the brain. If it's not treated, disease can actually form, and it can be fatal. Latent TB is alive in the body without making you sick. Guys, you can actually walk around every day and never know that you have TB. All right? So that's one of the factors in that. What happens though is once you have it, if you become sick, say you develop another disease, such as an autoimmune disease, or you develop something similar to AIDS, HIV, which are the same. You get older, you just get sick, pneumonia, things like that bring your immune system down lower. What happens is this TB is encased in its own little protective shell, as it's called latent. Okay. What happens is once that protective shell breaks down, because you're sick or you're older, or you're more at risk, what happens is it can come out and become active. And that's kind of what you've seen in movies like Wyatt Earp. Doc Holliday coughs into the hanky all the time and shows blood. That's a sign and symptom. As you can tell, I don't have TB because I'm fat. Y'all can laugh, it's funny. Most people that have TB, that's the disease, they dry up. They get very skinny, okay? They start developing those issues. They don't want to eat, they don't want to, their body functions are going different directions, things like that, okay? So, as you can tell, I don't have it, so a couple of people in here don't have it either. Got you on that one, didn't I? It is a bacteria. It grows by multiplying in your body over and over. Many people who have latent TB do not ever develop into it. So, if you have it, how do you find out you have it? Usually the county health department does a skin test. It's a simple prick. They put it in there, come back 3 days later and they read it. If there's a big bump or they feel it or if it's got heat on it, they say, we need to check you a little bit further. So what they'll do is they'll actually do a chest x-ray. Here at our company, what we've made arrangements for so that we can help provide for y'all is we have a company come in and help us do that. So we do the chest x-rays, we get the results, we send them in to corporate, or excuse me, to the county. And we ask the county they read it and they let us know the information. We're hands off. All we're doing is helping facilitate it because it's important. So, how can you keep it from spreading? The easiest way to keep it from spreading is not to be around someone that has an active case. How do you do that? It's hard. Some of the examples they gave us, there was a lady that was getting ready to get married, had active TB. She was coughing up blood, the whole thing. They couldn't figure out why. And then they had another case of active TB. They couldn't figure out how they knew each other. Because when they did the DNA strand of the TB, they determined they were married to each other. Not the people, but the strands that this person had, the bacterial strand. This bacterial strand and this bacterial strand that the other guy had were the same. They had the same DNA. So they had to trace it down. They figured out that they went to the same place and was in the same building for about 15 to 20 minutes apart. Probably never even talked to each other. But one person breathed it out, the other person breathed it in. It became latent until she got sick, and then it developed. All right. So how can TB not be spread? Can't get it from shaking someone's hand, sharing food or drinks. You won't get it. You can't get it from bed linens or toilet seats, so don't worry there. Sharing toothbrushes or kissing. Okay. So with that, how do you treat it? Well, active TB, the TB disease itself, you're hospitalized. You're in the hospital, you're going to get treatment there. They're going to take care of you from the medical standpoint. They're going to look at everything that you do. But here's the catch on it. Once you get treated for a certain amount of time, you have to continue your treatment. But once you get to a certain point, you're no longer active. You just have TB again. You're in latent state because you've taken, it's kind of like when you have a fever, all right? If you have a fever, you're burning up, you're sweating, you take the medicines, you drink the cola, or not cola, but the Gatorade, you get hydrated real well, you sweat it out. Those things that always been taught how to take care of ourselves when we're sick. You do that, and then all of a sudden, you're feeling better because you broke the fever. Same thing with TB. You take all this medicine and things, you break it. The problem is you have to continue with the treatment. Now you're into the latent TB. There's a couple different treatment methods they give you. It's 12 weeks treatment plan is the newest and greatest one they got out there. They also have a 6-month treatment plan and a 9-month treatment plan. There's some catches to it, okay? If you have to have treatment, the treatment plan itself, you can't drink alcohol, you can't do certain foods and things of that nature, okay? The doctor, whoever, if you get treated and you have a positive skin test, they'll treat you and go from there.
Oh, okay.
So now the next question is, why do we have so many people that are in the food industry coming up as being affected? Okay, our demographics. We have lots of demographics. We have a lot of people from countries where they actually give something called a BCC. The BCC is the inoculation, just like when we're little kids or we take our kids to the health department to get shots or the doctors to get the blue card filled out. They do the same thing in their countries, but they're given a different type of virus. They're actually given the live virus. So from now on, they'll always test positive.
Oh,
okay.
What?
Yeah, even if they get the treatment, they'll test positive. Okay. Because what the treatment does, you go from, I think it's 30% of the population has TB. They get treated for it. That reduces them down to potential of 0.99% to be treated where they'll never have it again. Okay. But they'll still test positive.
Okay.
So what they do is once they get treated, they carry a card with them, and they're good. They'll walk up, hey, you're supposed to be treated for TB today. Well, I have a card. I have been tested, I have been blah, blah, blah. They keep up with that. And that's public education. But a lot of the guys are from Hispanics that are from Mexico. Yeah, Haitians, Africa, things like that. Those guys get that live virus. So that makes it sound like we've got 200 at the plant that you were at before, or 100 here, or 50 there, or something like that, okay? So the people that work in the plant spend time in a local area, being in one room. A lot of times you'll see outbreaks in prisons and things like that because they live so close together, okay? So how do you fight it? Education is the biggest thing. The educational workers here sometimes, no offense, high school level at best, all right? So you have to communicate and teach these people. And in high school, we had health class, what, 9th grade? They talked about TB for what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, at the most.
So we have to educate people, like giving these informative speeches like we are today. The food industry, how could it affect us? We are subject to recall if we have things that are out there. So if we have someone say, hey, at the plant that you were at, TB's rampant. Well, your customers might get involved and say, hey, wait a minute, we don't want that. So that's why we are on front, honest about it, trying to make sure it's taken care of. All right, same thing with salmonella, listeria, things of that nature, okay? All right, so in conclusion, we do treatment here to help make sure we take care of our employees. We test folks, we have worked with our local government officials and things like that. All right, so I went over what it is, how it's treated, how you can catch it, how it's spread, and then our food industry, how it affects us. All right? All right, I appreciate y'all's time today. Bye.